Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing well today. Y'all, if you are in the United States and you are celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. As well as stay warm. I'm in Texas and it's like 60 degrees, which it's basically gone from 85, 90 to 60 degrees and we're freezing. So stay warm, y'all. Okay, so I have a quick message before we get into the cards, okay? And of course, I want to just say welcome everyone back. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the family, y'all. Thank you so much for all you guys do, your comments, your shares, your likes, your subscriptions, which are free, your donations. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys so incredibly much. Okay, into the message we go. There is something you have done, Collective, regarding discipline in your life. Okay, so what do I mean by this? I mean, you have been incredibly disciplined about something specific. Okay, now you are, of course, going to know what this is. Maybe this will come out in the cards. We'll see what happens, okay? But there's something here you've done discipline-wise. So if this means getting up and, starting your own business, being an entrepreneur, getting up every day and working very hard for yourself because you know that in the long run, this is going to benefit you, right? Being disciplined about something specific. This could be maybe not partying so much, or not that there's anything wrong with going out and having a good time with your friends, family, whomever, but perhaps this was becoming too regular or something. Maybe you've been disciplined in regards to that. I'm not exactly for sure. You're gonna, of course, know. Whatever this is, Collective, that you have become disciplined for, you were made for this. Okay? So perhaps you've put a lot of discipline, like I was saying, into a business that you've created. Okay? You were made for this. You are going to see the outcome that you have put in return. Okay? Now, there is something coming out in your energy, Collective, and I don't want this to be looked at in a negative way, okay? Because this is what's helped you to transform, okay? So there could be somebody in and around your energy, Collective, that's truly obsessed with you. Now, whether this is obsessed love or obsessed dislike, okay, you're going to know best what this is. But whatever this obsession is, whoever these people are or person is, it's taught you a lesson. Now, this could also be what this discipline has to do with, right? There could be something, somebody was trying to say about you or say you do or did or something like that. And because of your discipline, this is being, what's the word I'm looking for? It's being shut down, I guess, for lack of a better term. You are proving that you are not who this obsessed person has said you are, okay? It's just not, it's not you, okay? And something about your discipline has really proven this. Now, why is this particular person or people obsessed? I'm really getting that they have like I don't know if I should say this word much on YouTube, so I'm going to kind of change it, a daemon on their back, okay? So essentially, they are projecting everything onto you, which is really who they are, okay? And you have slayed this demon, okay? Whether this is a person or people that have been obsessed with you, you have slayed this energy. Now, I don't want to sound egotistical or like, how do I say this? This isn't a negative thing, right? You didn't even know you were doing this, okay? So this happened and you had no clue that this was even something that you were dealing with or something you were slaying, okay? Now, if there is a question you have been wondering the answer to, if there's something specific that you have prayed about or you have asked for guidance in regard to, the answer is yes. That's what I'm getting. So you're going to know what this is. Obviously, I have no idea, but the answer is yes. If you've been asking for a sign or anything else, the answer is yes. Okay? So I hope that this this helps, collective, in regards to whatever it is that you've got going on here. So let's go ahead and get into the cards, you guys. Yeah, let's just get into the cards. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, call upon you to surround myself in the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter this space, enter the space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. I almost forgot it. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. All right. Where are we gonna start? You know what, you guys? I think I'm being called today to not take overall energy, to just take cards, to just take them and see what we get. Oh, is that the bells wanting to come out and ring? Maybe we should ring them, okay? Because that's clearly a sign. I'm gonna ring these 3 times, you guys. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more time. All right. That's interesting how that transpired. I didn't even mean to touch them. Okay, so let's get some cards here, you guys, and then yeah, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what comes out. Oops, sorry about that. Holy Spirit, only angels of the highest white light, what do you have for the collective's highest good today on this Thanksgiving, cold Thanksgiving afternoon? Set you up at a hotel. Oh, Lord, y'all. Okay, first of all, I guess I should say this. This is a general collective reading, okay? That being said, one part of the reading may resonate, another part may not, and in a lot of cases, that is a good thing, okay? Especially when I use this deck, okay? So I do just want to give a trigger warning. If you are very sensitive to certain subject matter that can come out in these readings, I just want to give a forewarning that this could be this could be triggering, okay? Yeah, please only take what resonates for you and clarifies or confirms something you are already aware of, okay? Please don't make a situation that is not for you, okay? If it's foreign to you, if you have no idea what this is in regard to, disregard it and go check out another reading by myself or another reader, okay? I have over like 265, 70 readings, something like that, 270 readings posted. So I'm sure you're bound to find something there that aligns with your situation right now, okay? Set you up at a hotel, huh? Waged, W-A-R, on you for money. And I will spell some words that are sensitive to the algorithm. Won't let go of the past. So somebody has done something here because they don't want to let go of the past. This could be a setup that they arranged at a hotel, but you have ancestral protection. Oh, they don't like this. The first thing I heard is they dislike this very much. Your intuition could be like dialed up to 1,000 right now and you're getting messages like in real time about whatever this is. Yeah, because you're an earth angel and they know it. You know it. Come through, Spirit. I have chills all over you guys. Wants your slice of the pie. So somebody could be doing this because they want something that belongs to you. F. Somebody with the initial F, first, middle, or last, could be the main person behind this that wants your slice of the pie. So they're trying to set you up. They're waging WAR on you, even tracking your devices, your computer, your car. Wow. So this person's like all in. They're willing to put themselves away, you know. They're willing to give up their own freedom for your slice of the pie, it looks like, because this is illegal. Lied to a judge, courthouse, a liar. So this could have happened, collective, and you don't even know about it. Hidden cameras. Somebody could have lied to a judge to be able to put cameras into your house, or to even like find a legal way to track your devices. If a judge actually allowed this, this judge is on Damon time, because this is crazy. Something's going back to them, collective. Whatever it is that they've done here with these hidden cameras, your ancestral protection is like, oh no, I'm sorry, but excuse me, who are you? Who are you? You're nothing short of a Damon. We've got an earth angel here. You're slaying this Damon, collective. You don't even know what's going on. I'm assuming you have no idea what's going on. You may have like an idea that somebody's doing this because of money, but you may not know who it is exactly who's doing this. Oh my goodness. Right under F and Earth Angel comes out. Poison, food, or drinks. So whatever they did here, collective, to perhaps make you sick in some way, your ancestral protection was like, no, this isn't happening, and now this is going back to them. Okay? So they could have went to a judge and tried to do something like put hidden cameras in your house, or some sort of tracking device in your car, a camera in your car, something like that. They could have tried to do this legally within a court, or get permission from a judge, okay? And this did not work, and now it's going back to them, and so they may have done something to poison your food or drinks. This doesn't have to be now. I'm getting, most of the time, you guys, when these messages come out, the way it works is that it's information that Spirit is saying, okay, it's okay to give this message, okay? And I always ask before I do readings to only give me the information that the collective needs now. It's not so much of a past, present, future reading. It's a lot of times a message that you can now handle, whether or not you have worked through something, or you know enough about this situation to get more information, or now the situation is over. It's not necessarily over, but most likely it's come to a point now where it's okay for you to have this information, okay? So whatever they did here, they did this because they wanted your slice of the pie. And now they know you're an earth angel. They know how protected you really are. And so they're trying to cover something up. Duh, we should have known that was gonna be the next card. All right, tell me more. Z. Somebody with the initial Z could be involved here in this cover up. Oh, did you see that card just fly out? We have favor. Somebody could have asked Z for a favor to track your devices, to try to set you up. And we have, do you still love me? If they're involved in this, the answer is probably no. It may be, this is the thing. If you find out, collective, that there's people in your life that have done something like this to you, it's really hard to just be like all of a sudden one day, like you don't love them because you've had love for them in the past. It's hard to just be like, until you have all the answers, it's really hard to just like shut down and be like, no, I don't love you anymore. Forged signature. So somebody ask someone for a favor to forge a signature so they could go to court and lie to a judge, lie in court in order to wage WAR on you. Continue to level up. So you leveling up is somehow counteracting whatever this WAR is that they have waged on you, collective. And remember, this was for money. So you continuing to level up, your ability to level up, your discipline is allowing you to level up. They could be seeing this on cameras. Whatever's going on here, collective, this is going back to them. And I'm getting that if they're trying to cover something up, it means that they don't want to go to prison. Trying to break up your new relationships. So they could be also trying to break up your relationships. This could be going back to them as well in the form of a broken relationship. Oh my gosh, these two cards want to come out together. Now we have grandfather, and they are saying they're sorry, but are they really? So there's a grandfather involved in this collective. Most likely this is a grandfather who passed over, who's part of your ancestral protection. And they could be coming through literally saying they're sorry, but are they really sorry? Only because it's going back to them. This could be something that they waged WAR on you because they wanted your slice of the pie from a grandfather, okay? That you may not even know exists. Oh my gosh, this card doesn't want to come out. Phone hacking. So somebody hacked your phone, collective, in order to be able to strategically put something in food or drinks to make you sick, or I'm not exactly for sure. But this is what they're trying to cover up, this criminal activity. So this was criminal activity. There could be other criminals involved in this. But whatever the case is, they're trying to cover this up. Okay, this is your family. You broke up with them, so they tried to destroy your life and your job. This is family who did this. So you could have stopped talking to family members because you knew that there was some weird stuff going on, okay? And so you could be like, for instance, you could have told someone like, I was poisoned, or something to that effect, right? Like, oh, I was poisoned. And let me tell you, you know the difference between being poisoned, if you've been poisoned, versus if you have food poisoning or something just made you sick. There's a huge difference in the way your body reacts to some foreign substance that's there, that is not supposed to be there, that's not supposed to be in the human body, versus food poisoning. There's a drastic difference. And if you have been poisoned before, I have. And if you've been poisoned before, you know the difference, okay? So I don't want, if you know for 100%, there's no question, like, oh, is it food poisoning or is it this? No, it's definitely what you think it is, okay? Because, like, yeah. What I was wanting to say, though, is you could have told someone that you had been poisoned, and the person that you told could have been a family member. And you could have been, this family, you could have just said, I was poisoned once, twice, whatever. And instead of this person saying, oh my gosh, really? Like, this is family, you guys. Oh my gosh, really? Which is the normal reaction. They could have been like, well, I could have never done that. And it's like, I didn't ask you if you did it, but now you look guilty AF, right? Okay, so that could be like your indication that whatever has gone on here, this person is involved. Screenshots. There could be screenshots of a forged signature here. That somebody, so somebody could have forged your signature in order to get you know, to allow tracking devices on your car, your computer, your phone. Somebody could have forged your signature at a hotel in order to set you up. K. K could be impersonating you, collective. I don't know why I got that, but this setup at the hotel could have been a forged signature. This could have been somebody by the initial K, first, middle, or last. The hotel name could have started with a K, something like that, but K perhaps forged your signature. This person's a gossiping fool. Whatever was going to happen to this person, it was self-inflicted. Hating on your spiritual gifts. So somebody could be gossiping, collective, hating on your spiritual gifts, hating on the fact that you believe in spirituality, that you believe in something bigger, you believe in the unseen. And this is all because this person doesn't want to let go of the past. They even went as far as lying to a judge because they don't think much of you. I'm really picking up jealousy though, because they want something that's yours. Your slice of the pie that was left by a grandfather. Lawyer. Oh, y'all, I just caught the card all the way down the side of the chair. Lawyer. So a lawyer could know about this criminal activity, this phone hacking, and this cover up. This lawyer also knows that you are very much blessed. You are very much an earth angel. You could be a starseed, you could be a healer. This lawyer knows about this poisoning and someone wanting to take whatever this is. This lawyer could be bringing some sort of karma because of this cover up. We're gonna get into another deck here in just a second because I want some clarification for all these cards. On the bottom of the deck, we have pictures. So a lawyer could have pictures of something. There could be some sort of information about someone trying to get you fired at your job. And all you're doing is continuing on your path. You're just trying to work. There could be proof that they're trying to stop you in some way from anything that you enjoy. Whatever is being done here is all criminal activity. You could question whether or not a certain place, you know, like you could have actually been poisoned at a restaurant, collective, that you had never even been to. And the reason I say this is because I'm really getting that they didn't want this to come back to them. Okay, so whatever they did, they didn't want this coming back to them. So they had this happen somewhere, and you know, again, they could have paid someone to do this. They could have given someone your picture, taken pictures of you, and then sent them to your job to get you fired. You were just continuing on your path here, collective, and then they came in and started, you know, doing all this criminal activity. And you just continued on your path, continued to level up. There could be a neighbor, a distorted neighbor that's involved in some sort of text calls or messages, or there's messages and calls to your neighbor, and it's proof that they're involved. And this lawyer could be aware of it, that there was something premeditated here with these neighbors or neighbor. Yeah, case closed. So, yeah, always lying. Lie to your current or ex-partner. Let's get one more. Delay. This was all to delay you. Now, there could just be a delay here, collective. If somebody lied to your partner, your current or ex or something like that, this only created a delay. It's not going to be a forever situation, okay? And what I'm getting is, if anybody is watching this whole situation from like the outside looking in, they could be like, whoa, this is one badass bee or one badass dude. The fact that they have been perhaps all alone with nobody to trust, no one to fall back on, no one to help, no one to talk about things with. Whatever has gone on here, you're being looked at as like, what is this person? Who is this person? And this is why everyone knows you are an earth angel, and they effing hate it, okay? They really do. All right, let's get some clarification. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get some information for set you up at a hotel or set up at a hotel? Oh, that card just literally fell out. Hold on. Off the record and coerced confession. So somebody could have made a confession here off the record about something. Now, this could be something simple like what I just was talking about. Like you could have told someone, oh, this is what's gone on. I was poisoned, whatever. And they could have been like, well, I could never do that. And it's like, I didn't say you did it. But now I think you are part of it. Okay, so this could be off the record that somebody omitted something without saying it. Tell me about waged WAR on you for money. Mistrial. Somebody wants something to be a mistrial because they lied to a judge. Restricted area. Do not enter. Somebody could have, yes, someone's in your energy, collective. This is restricted. You could have even told the divine, like, if anybody tries to access my energy, block it. So that way, you know, they don't get a clear message. We have alternate route. So we have restricted area, do not enter, and alternate route. Oh my gosh. So somebody was told, no, you can't go this way. This is restricted, you can't do this. And so they found an alternate route to access something here because they didn't want to let go of the past. And now whatever they did here is going back to them. So they went an alternate route to try to get something done. This could have been to poison someone. All because they wanted your slice of the pie. The initial F, K, and Z are significant. Reasonable doubt. So somebody wants a mistrial by reasonable doubt, okay? So in the court of law, I'm not an attorney, you guys, but, you know, it's my understanding that if you can create reasonable doubt about a situation, a person, you know, whatever, this can create a mistrial. So I'm getting that whatever's going on here, somebody's trying to make some sort of reasonable doubt come out in court. So this is part of the cover-up. They have chose to go an alternate route now rather than get rid of you. They're trying to get some sort of reasonable doubt about you that they can give in court, something like that. They could be trying to come up with screenshots of, like, I don't know, physical evidence. So someone's trying to cover up this physical evidence. An attorney could be aware of all this. There could be footprints. There could be fingerprints. There could be an electronic trail of some sort. This criminal activity has left some sort of physical evidence. Pinned location. This could be this evidence. They could have your location pinned. Something like that. Tell me about tracking devices. What do we need to know about this, Holy Spirit? Closed door. Somebody could have tracked you, asked for a favor to track you, to come in through some sort of door here. Back door, a door that's closed. I don't know. Let's see. Mental break. Interesting. Somebody could be trying to actually do something here to have you, to upset you to the point where you have a mental break. This is part of this waging war. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. Whistleblower. There could be a whistleblower about this. Somebody could have whistleblown to a judge about a forged signature and screenshots. Somebody could have been tracking your phone, your device, something like that, your location, and somebody whistleblowed because they overheard some sort of a threat here. This person could be a gossiping fool, and that's where the threat was heard. This could have been behind closed doors, that somebody overheard a threat. So somebody whistleblowed on whoever this, I'm getting is a group of people. These people are very small, and they're trying to make themselves look like they're big. Like, look at. They're trying to make themselves look like their shadow, or they are coming through as out of their shadow. Something like that. Whatever they did here was a big deal. Double cross. So there's someone here, collective, that has been like lying under oath because they won't let go of the past. They're saying they're sorry, but they're not. There's somebody here who's like a, I don't know, like a double agent or something. Bugged device. So yeah, so someone could have bugged your device and been watching you through some sort of hidden camera. What is going back to this person or these people? What all is going back to them? Something about undercover. So there was a double agent here, or somebody double crossed someone. There's an undercover agent that's involved in something now. This person could be making themselves look like they're part of this person or group or whoever is that's involved in this. So we have phone hacking and pinned location. Physical evidence. So there could be physical evidence about this. And so an undercover came in and did something. Compromised data breach. Someone undercover could have seen that someone did something. They could have tried to enter some sort of data center here through a closed door. They tried to bug your device through some closed door here when it comes to something. And an attorney could have overheard a threat. Your family could have overheard a threat and whistleblown, and we have burned bridge. So there could be somebody undercover that's involved with these people. Ambush point. So someone could have burned a bridge when it came to something here, collective. Once they found out that there was going to be some sort of ambush. They overheard a threat that turned into like they were going to ambush you. So somebody whistle blew, I guess you could say, on these people or person. False identity. Someone could be using a false identity here. This could be this physical evidence. This could be of an earth angel. Somebody could be making like deep fake videos or pictures. Someone could be using your identity to do something. They could have used your identity to track your own phone. We have confirm, yes. So somebody's using your identity to cover up something, to make something look like look like reasonable doubt, but this is all just a smoke screen. But spirit can see through it all, right? Back entrance. Somebody could have done some sort of criminal activity collective to hack your phone, and they did this through a restricted entrance of some sort, a back entrance, a closed door. There could have been a car chase or something that transpired here in a car. I just heard, wow, this is like, we have screenshot, car chase, and closed door favor. Something could have happened in a car, like somebody could have tried to track your car. There's screenshots of this. There could even be fingerprints on some sort of car door. We have checkpoint, archive room, and suspicious activity. Whatever, somebody could have tried to access some sort of archived information in a database. There could also have been a car chase here, and someone could have got stopped for this and been like, I need, okay, checkpoint. This car chase could have got stopped because someone else's car was being tracked. Car chase and checkpoint. Somebody could have been stopped for suspicious activity. Someone else could have been like, if this could have happened in a car. It doesn't have to be a car chase. It could have been. Someone could have been sitting in their car looking suspicious, trying to access something that's archived in a database. This is really interesting. House raid. Someone's house is getting raided because there was an overheard threat that somebody whistle blew on. Accomplice. So this was an accomplice that got their house raided to this situation because they waged WAR on you and lied to a judge in court. Broken or false alibi. So somebody gave a false alibi about something. About this waging war on you for money. Forensics. Forensics are showing that somebody bugged your device or something, or there was a bugged device that somebody looked into forensically, and they found something about hidden cameras. Now somebody's trying to create a situation here where there's reasonable doubt in court because they want to have a mistrial. They're going to have to plea bargain though. Dead end. Yeah, this is the end here. They're going to have to plea bargain for whatever it is that they did. This was a global operation. So there could be people from different countries that are involved in this. Someone could have met with someone in another country to have somebody hack your phone, to do something restricted, to compromise some sort of data. Armed suspect. So there could be an armed undercover. Wait. No. Hold on. Ooh, dang. Empty safe. Someone could have burned a bridge with somebody in another country even. We have armed suspect and empty safe. Somebody could have been wanting to like rob someone, like armed robbery or something is coming out. So they're in hiding. Okay. We have perimeter sweep. Whoever this is, collective, this armed suspect, this person who wanted to perhaps do armed robbery, could have been doing a perimeter sweep on a regular basis. This person could be trying to hide while doing some sort of perimeter sweep in order to figure out how to get in through a back entrance. They could have even tried to use a false identity to do this. Or they were trying to figure out a way to distort the truth about something, so there could be reasonable doubt. There's something about smokescreen of physical evidence because they want your slice of the pie. Memory lapse. Someone could be being asked about this and their memories are incorrect about something. This could be K or F, Z who's saying, oh, I don't remember. I don't remember what you're asking me about the crime scene. I don't remember this. I don't remember doing this. Something like that. Interrogation. So somebody could be being interrogated about a crime scene and they're conveniently not remembering something. This is all to cover something up. And yes, this is being confirmed. Not only that, but there's confirmation that someone's getting karma here for trying to cause some sort of reasonable doubt or smokescreen in regards to some sort of situation that was criminal activity that goes back to phone hacking, device tracking, forged signatures, lies, suspicious activity, hidden cameras, and poisoning. I'm getting that if these people knew anything about you, they would not have done this because now they know you're an earth angel. They literally know this. And this is why they're hating on your gifts. They're watching you intently, trying to get as much information as they can on you because they know how gifted you are. They could even be recording some sort of audio here. After hours. So this perimeter sweep could have been happening after hours. Someone could have been saying you were in hiding because of a crime. Oh my gosh. This deck is the slipperiest deck. I love it, but it's so slippery. Somebody could have received a final warning. All right, guys, I'm just being led. I was about to change decks anyway. There's like a whole stack of cards that are on the floor and I'm not getting them. I'm getting that those cards aren't anything we need to use. We have hidden passage and final warning. Somebody could have found, we have a safe house. There could be a hidden passage to a safe house because of some sort of triggering event that transpired. All right, let's keep going. All right, tell me about this setup at a hotel. 3 of Cups. This was more than one person that was involved in this tracking of devices. These people could have been celebrating something. Obsessed. So these people are obsessed. Is that more than one card? Oh. Okay, so these people are obsessed with you, collective. I feel like there's 2 cards here. Yes, there is. We have Page of Cups in reverse. So there could be a distorted partner here, a partner, an ex that's obsessed with you that worked with these people to destroy your life. It could have been because you broke up with them. secrets. Yeah. Someone's trying to keep something a secret about your, tracking your devices, tracking your car, screenshots of your devices, secrets about asking for favors from people. Someone could have overheard a threat here and then raided this person's house because somebody whistle blew. This person could have forged your signature or lied to a judge based on gossip. This person could have been an accomplice to having you ambushed. Now they could be taking a plea bargain because they can't get a mistrial. This is all because they won't let go of the past. They could have put hidden cameras in your house. We have Five of Swords. They want to win at all cost. There could be an Aquarius involved. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Tell me about this whistleblower. Who's this whistleblower? We have Eight of Cups. Someone you walked away from? Or someone who's done some sort of disappearing act in your life. Someone you had a karmic connection with. Intuitive Kev. You know who this is, collective. Who is this whistleblower, Holy Spirit? This could be a Leo with Page of Wands. So this could be a fire sign, a Leo specifically with the sun, who illuminated something. Something about an idea. This could have been a Leo that walked away from something here, walked away from you. Because they could know that you intuitively knew something. All right, one more. Who was the whistleblower? Six of Swords. Yeah, they are trying to get out of like troubled waters. They're trying to get themselves into some sort of calmer situation here. There could be an Aquarius that's involved as well. This Leo could be involved in a confession that they wanted off the record. Somebody here could be having a mental break because of this. This Leo could also be going to a judge and lying. I'm not sure, you guys. Take it how it resonates, okay? There might not be a Leo involved, but there could be. We have Two of Swords and the Moon. So somebody wanted to keep hidden. They could have been at a stalemate when it came to something here. They may not have seen the truth or what was right in front of them. They could be in their thoughts now about what it is that they've intuitively found out here. They could be this accomplice. This person could be a gossiper that is an accomplice now. They don't have an alibi for where they were or what they were planning here. This was something that was supposed to stay a secret. Okay, what about this waged war, Holy Spirit? They could have waged war on you to make you have a mental break. The Devil. There could be a Capricorn involved. They lied to a devil, or sorry, maybe. They lied to a devil. They could have lied, I was gonna say they lied to a judge based on gossip. And all you've been doing is continuing to level up. This person could be having a mental break now, or they were trying to have, like, they could have tried to get into your devices to track them. They bugged your devices. There's forensics proving this. They could have been interrogated about the things that they said or did. Now their alibi is done. It's over because whatever they admitted to something off the record, some sort of confession. Three of Wands, something they were planning, some sort of travel. This could have been something that they were planning when you were traveling, to ambush you, to cause a mental break by tracking your devices and then like somehow accessing you to make you have a mental break. Like they could have been, they could have somehow tracked your devices, somehow hacked your phone or your computer or whatever. And then they, like, let's say you have a platform. They were coming into, like, say your comments, your social media, something like that, and stating things that were happening on your phone that only you would know. This was in order to create some sort of a mental break or make you be able to turn around and say that you had mental issues. This person's disgusting. All right, tell me more about this waged war. Five of Wands in reverse. Head in the clouds. Five of Pentacles and social media. What was I just saying? They wanted to say that you had some sort of mental break, that you're crazy, your head's in the clouds, whatever. They even could have put hidden cameras in your home and been speaking about certain things. And you're not conflicted about this. You're also not in the cold when it comes to your social media. So if they have been coming to your social media because they bugged your device, it's because they're trying to get you to have a mental break of some sort. Now remember what the message was in the beginning of the reading, you guys. You were made for this. And I have chills all over as soon as I said that. Now, I don't know what your beliefs are, but my beliefs are that we basically agree to our assignment before we come into this body, this family we're born into, before we come into this life. I believe that we are given an option to come here to Earth School, to do something, because we're all here to learn and we're all here to teach lessons, whether we try or not, okay? And so I'm getting that your assignment was to do this. You agreed to come in and knowingly put yourself out there. And you knew that you were going to be rejected. You knew that you were going to be lied about. You knew that all these things were going to happen. These people were going to be secretive. They were going to be obsessed behind the scenes. They were going to try all this really nasty stuff here. And you agreed to it. Why? Because you were literally made for this, okay? So, wow. Tell me about what let go of the past. What do we need to know about this? Emperor and Two of Wands. So there's a distorted Emperor here, collective, that's involved. This could be an Aries that was a part of this plan. So this person could be a distorted masculine who's like this boss entrepreneur energy that's part of this not letting go of something. This person could have been involved with getting some sort of information in a restricted space. And now this is going back to them. This phone hacking is going back to this perhaps Emperor who doesn't think much of you. Tell me about hidden cameras. The World in reverse. So this cycle is not over yet. This could have been something on the web. This could also speak of like the dark web. Somebody could have hired someone off the dark web to put hidden cameras in your home. And now this is going back to them. They could have hired someone on the dark web to poison you. Three of Pentacles, a group of people. They constructed whatever it is that this is. They could have planned it, thought about it, constructed it. And there could be physical evidence of this. Queen of Wands and Seven of Wands, along with Nine of Swords. So there could be an older feminine here. That they were, okay, you could be this Queen of Wands energy collective that is very protected. So they were trying to do something to you, not realizing your protection. So they were trying to make you have nightmares. They were trying to make your life a living freaking hell. They were trying to F with your mind. It keeps showing up. But you're protected from this. And there's forensics coming out about this situation, and that's what's going to get this person caught up, and they're going to have no choice other than to plea bargain. This person really got themselves into something here. This is somebody you've already walked away from, collective, and we have the Chariot. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm taking here. The police could be interrogating them, and they don't have an alibi. This person could be a Leo, or they're, you know, something about a Leo as well. All right, tell me about, okay, Justice, Knight of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. So something is being balanced out here, collective, about some sort of like player energy that perhaps was like in and out of your energy, or wants to be in your energy. Something is being balanced out by the justice system because of whatever these people did or tried to do when it comes to compromising data, working undercover to do something, trying to find a bunch of alternative routes to do something. Page of Swords, to watch you. There could be a Gemini involved. A Libra. Taurus. Four of Swords and Twin Flame in reverse. Somebody was, y'all. This is somebody that you thought perhaps was a twin flame, but they're not. That could have been recording you. Recording what you were doing after hours. I don't know how that's significant, but you may know. Four of Swords. Something about someone being put back to sleep. They didn't want you to know something. They wanted you to be asleep when it came to this. Or someone's literally watching you in your bed while you're in your bed sleeping. Libra again. So there's justice coming in here, collective. This could have been a Libra that was involved in something. This person, first, middle, or last person, could be a Libra that was a part of this. Okay, tell me about food or drinks poisoned. Wow. Somebody was paid money to do this, collective. Now they're in regret. They literally were given money to distort the truth in order to do some sort of criminal activity, to find an alternate route to do something here. They're in regret that they even, like, look at these cups are spilled over and this person is upset about it. But the fact that this is clarifying poison food or drinks, and this is like a red substance here, they could have paid someone to do this criminal activity to an earth angel. They're regretful for what they did with this poisoning now. All for your slice of the pie. Yeah, they were passionate about this. F could have been. They were passionate about distorting the truth, trying to create some reasonable doubt. This turned into criminal activity. So we have divine guidance in reverse and Eight of Swords in reverse. You're not in your head about this. You're not in your head about what's transpired. You could know that, like, they didn't think you were going to be divinely guided to stay out of your head when it comes to something. but you were divinely guided. Perhaps by a grandfather who's passed over, an ancestor. Page of Pentacles. There could be a Scorpio involved that was a lover at some point, or an ex, or that made a choice to come in fast when it comes to something. There could be some sort of a transaction here regarding money once again. For a perimeter sweep, there could have also been a very childish person who took some sort of money. There was a transaction between this person and a lover. This could be an ex, though, collective. Or this is just a Scorpio that made a choice to make some sort of transaction here. This was a quick, hasty decision to do this. To investigate. King of Cups. To investigate, to shine the light on something here. Because they were really emotional about something. This could be a water sign. A Virgo even could be involved. Four of Cups. They wanted you to feel rejected. Whatever they did here is because they were trying to make you feel like you had to reject certain things. You were being divinely guided to reject something here. Because you knew that there was something weird going on. Knight of Swords. Something about an authority figure. Now we have Aquarius again. This could be an Aquarius masculine now that's under judgment. Tell me about wants your slice of the pie. A Queen of Cups. So this could be like a mother energy who's emotionally manipulative. So they could be emotionally manipulating you, collective, to get your slice of the pie. This could be someone who's very passionate about this, and now they're regretful because they did do something to poison food or drinks, and now they're trying to cover this up because they wanted your slice of the pie. They could have been manipulating you to distort the truth. So they could have when you talk to this person, they could have had a whole bunch of questions that they had set out in order to manipulate certain words to come out of your mouth. And then they used that to distort the truth so they could cover up their criminal activity. Four of Wands, because they wanted a house. They wanted an estate, a house. They wanted a relationship, something like that. Knight of Pentacles. They were playing the long game here because they wanted some sort of money. Now they could be saying they don't remember something. Eight of Pentacles. They didn't want to work for whatever this is. They just wanted it handed to them. They wanted your slice of the pie. They didn't want to have to work at all in order to get something. We have the Star. They were hoping and praying that they could get away with this. Or they were literally trying to take this from you, this Star energy. Again, we have Aquarius. You could be this Aquarius. Ascension. So somebody wasn't planning. So whatever was done here, collective, this criminal activity, this was manipulated. And what they didn't account for is you to be the star, this I'm still getting Earth Angel Star Seed energy that's ascended. You could be an ascended master this turned you into an ascended master. We have the vampire on the bottom of the deck. So this person could be they could be like trying so hard here to bring you endings. With 10 of Swords, to make something here, a painful ending. This vampire, this energy vampire, whoever this person is that did this, that was trying to affect you in some way, even trying to hurt you, to cause you some sort of passing, to make you not have any strength or courage. So then they could come in and take something. They're now getting legal issues. They could have worked with a Knight of Cups here to do something. And now they're not going to be successful at taking this inheritance. This is 10 of Cups though, so it's not like, but this is distorted family who's not going to be successful in whatever it is they did because of white magic. So you could have a grandfather that's guiding you to do certain things. Yeah. That's working with God, the Most High. So now somebody's getting a painful ending here. Could be a Leo again, a distorted Leo. Scorpio, distorted Scorpio could be involved as well. Where are we on time? Okay, let's get a positive message, you guys, and then we're going to close out. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get one positive message here to close out for the collective? What does the collective need to hear to close this reading out? We have breath of the cosmos and water your garden. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. My will to thy will. This could have to do with the will, collective. And your willpower is what is going to, you could be asking the cosmos, the universe, for the will to be able to handle something. So you can rest. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Micromanaging the universe. Again, I keep hearing you were made for this. You were made for this in the cosmos. Your job was to be put here to micromanage this situation without having to even do anything, all while you rest. All right, let's read this. There's a bird on here that looks kind of like a raven, but I'm really not for sure. Breath of the cosmos. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to, quote, everything around us can feel it, and the universe can too. So essentially what it's saying, before I move on, is that if we spend our time trying to force something, push something, and living from a space of just trying to do something, it's being felt by the universe, okay? You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will, okay, in quotes. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little, you will find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you will find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. Starseed activation. I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. So I'm getting collective. If you're surrendering this to the Most High, you're going to get the answers that you need. You're going to get shown the way. Your path is going to be illuminated here, okay? I'm going to read this other one as well. It says, water your garden, okay? Because I know that if they both came out, they're significant. Water your garden. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic, like cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel, to take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply cannot wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion and it will take longer to recover than it would have to have just rested. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How you are being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend day or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend toward you when you do this. So, whatever these messages are to you in this last part of this reading here is for you. I'm not going to say what my interpretation is because it's going to be different for everyone, okay? But you're at a pivotal point here, collective, where it's very important to take care of yourself, okay? There are, when it says in this reading, or in this last message, that people are coming up with all these vague illnesses and not sure what's going on, going perhaps to the doctor and not knowing what's going on for a very, very long time. If you are feeling like you have vague symptoms, like if you go to a doctor and they tell you, well, we don't see anything on test work, right? But just, keep your immune system up, keep your, strength up by getting enough rest, by taking care of yourself. Part of taking care of yourself is not allowing people that are depleting your energy by perhaps emotional manipulation, covert tactics to try to play games with you, to try to do all this effery that they're trying to do here, okay? That is part of taking care of yourself. And sometimes we have to, unfortunately, cut ties with certain people because we have to take care of ourselves. And it's a matter of, if this person is so toxic that they don't understand that they're overstepping their boundaries with you, then you need to put them put them in the place that they need to be when it comes to your life. Now, I don't want it to sound like, oh, you've got to put them in their place. You don't even have to do anything except for start taking care of yourself, and then they will just fall into the place where what they've made for themselves, right? If somebody actually cares about your well-being and they care about your health and your mind, your body, your spirit, they're going to give you the respect that you absolutely deserve. And if they don't, then they are just going to fall by the wayside. Okay, so please remember that, collective, that you deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to have friends and family in and around your life that you can trust. And if somebody has violated your trust, if they've lied on you, if they've gossiped on you, if they tried to hurt you in any way, shape, or form, they're not deserving of being in your energy or around you, okay? So keep all that in mind. Of course, it's going to be a situation where you have to decide what is best for you, right? But there's a lot of messages that came out in this reading. So let me know if you guys feel like sharing. I would love to hear what you have to say. And yeah, just keep your head up, collective. Get the rest that you need, because when we are rested, we make the decisions that are best for us. We know for a fact what is best for us and what isn't when we're coming and we're approaching something from a rested mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so, but what I'm getting, going back to this original channeled message in the beginning of the reading, is that you were made for this. You could be having a grandfather that's your ancestral protection here, that is telling you you were made for this. Keep your head up, my earth angel. And I've got chills again. So that's very significant for someone. Okay, you guys, I love you. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving week. And I will see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Bye.